Hi, Room 11. I have a writing treat for you today. I have a writing from The Mystery of the Watering Can, and this is from Matthew. And I checked with Matthew and his mom and asked if I could share it with the class, and they said yes. And I wanted to just share this with you because this is an example of someone really challenging themselves. Matthew has a lot going on here. There are similes. There's a problem, a solution. There's possessives. There are prepositional phrases. So I want to point those out to you, and also please enjoy this wonderful mystery by Matthew. The Mystery of the Watering Can. It was sunny yesterday, and Ben decided to water his plants. He wanted to water his favorite plant first, which was his cactus. He loved this plant because the top of the cactus looked like his hair. The top of the cactus looked like his hair. I'm going to put a little comment here. This is why it's good for you, for sure, to read my comments, and then also you can open up your document. If I say there are more comments, please open up your document because I oftentimes will write something in here as well. So I'm going to comment on this and say, wow, great simile. Simile. The top of his cactus looked like his hair. The top of the cactus wasn't really hair, but that's what it looked like. Cool. Okay, moving on. He started watering his cactus and then all the other plants. As he was walking to them, he tripped on a rock and his watering can fell into his pool. As it was filling with water, it sank to the deep end. This right here, we have actually two problems in one, which is a nice challenge. Great job setting up a detailed problem that has to be solved. He could have just said his watering can fell into the pool, or he could have just said his watering can sank to the deep end. But instead, we have these two sentences that really help us visualize the problem. As he was walking to them, he tripped on a rock and his watering can fell into his pool. As it was filling with water, it sank into the deep end. Love it. The next day, he couldn't remember where he put his watering can after watering the day before, so he asked his mom and dad if they had seen it. Sadly, they said no. Then he asked his neighbors, and they said no as well. Then he went to the backyard and looked in all the plants, but it wasn't there either. Then he checked his dad's boat. It wasn't there either. Then he checked over the fence. Do you remember what we call that type of phrase? Nice job adding a prepositional phrase that tells us where action. He checked. Checking is the action. Check is a verb. Over the fence, that's telling us where. So this is a perfect prepositional phrase. And it wasn't there either. He was lost. All of a sudden, he looked into the pool and saw something. It was his watering can. But then he remembered pool water, which has chlorine, wasn't good for plants. After asking his dad for help, he emptied the watering can of pool water, and he was able to water his cactus. Case closed. So we have setting the scene up here. This is like we've got our setting, character, moving into a problem, the steps he takes to solve the problem, and then solution. And you kind of, Matthew, you kind of even set up a more detailed solution as well. You could have just said, all of a sudden, he looked in the pool and saw his watering can, the end. Or all of a sudden, he looked into the pool water and had to empty it out, the end. But instead, he says, all of a sudden, he looked into the pool and saw something. So your mind is really like, what did he see? Could it be? It was the watering can, but then he remembered pool water, which has chlorine, wasn't good for plants. After asking Dad for help, he emptied the watering can of the pool water and he was able to water his cactus. So that's a great solution to the problem. There's almost like a double problem and a double solution. One problem is he needs to water his cactus, but he can't because the watering can is missing. And then the solution is, he finds the watering can, but then he has to dump out the pool water and refill it with good water for the plant. So very, very cool. I wanted to just share this with you because it had so many interesting pieces, and also to let you know I would love to do this with other people's writing as well. I appreciate all of you doing such a good job, and I look forward to making another video like this. And thank you so much, Matthew, for sharing it with us, allowing me to share it with us today.